Case of the Golden Idol is a deductive puzzle game where you examine scenes telling the story of a golden idol found on a remote island. Starting with the initial discovery of the artifact by two explorers, you'll be shown scenes as it is returned home, researched and passed down through the members of the family it has bestowed immense wealth upon, before a shadowy cult learns of its existence and desires its power for themselves. But everything comes with a price, and the price the idol demands is death. Or does it? Throughout the story, the idol seems like a benign presence, and the murders committed in its name are born more from the twisted values of the people who lust after such treasures, rather than from the treasure itself. Maybe they come from the wrath that always accompanies an influx of sudden wealth into a complex, dysfunctional family dynamic. It could also be that such acts are inevitable when greed and a desire for power crash into one another. All these and more are touched upon as you weave your way through an engrossing story filled with wonderfully hateful characters. Whatever the reasons, the murders are what you are tasked with investigating in a string of cases spanning 40 years in the 18th century. Well, I say tasked, but that's a bit misleading since you don't have a character. You're just figuring out the story by deciphering the scenes you're presented with, like you're reading a book where you have to fill in some of the blanks. It's a slightly odd design choice not to personalise the player, but it's perfectly in line with the game's emphasis on simplicity. In any case, it, well, personally for me, didn't cause the game to feel disconnected, as the story is so engaging. Each scene shows the exact moment or the immediate aftermath of the crime. Here, the gameplay is divided into two parts, exploring and thinking, with the player able to switch freely between the two. When exploring, the player can examine the scene, look for clues by viewing objects and characters. This is to acquire keywords to go into a trough at the bottom of the screen. During the thinking phase, the keywords collected must be inserted into several blank spaces in a report to complete a series of prompts describing the scene, its characters, and other information ranging from the table settings at a dinner to the ranks and clans in a cult ritual. This is a game of reasoning and logic, implemented in a way I've never seen before. Given the breadth of the genre, it's a truly rare thing to see a completely new form of play, and this one is genuinely inventive and easy to learn. The real meat of this game is the puzzles. They range from clever little word searches, such as figuring out who was left what in a destroyed will, to fiendish head scratches, such as discovering how a character avoids getting poisoned during an assassination attempt. It's also a rare puzzle game that allows you to solve the puzzles as you see fit. You can get your Sherlock Deerstalker hat on and march through the scenes with pure deductive reasoning, or if you're a bit stumped, just brute force the answers with a trial and error approach. It's up to you. I should point out that there is a hint system, but the game really does not want you to use it. If there is one downfall in this game, it's the graphics. The artwork will maybe appeal to some as having a sort of retro charm. I genuinely enjoy well executed retro game graphics. I've certainly played enough of them this year, but these are anything but well executed. Wonky character anatomy, muddy palettes, questionable composition, and the dithering looks like it's been laid on with a fucking trowel. It doesn't make the game difficult to play, but it does make it difficult to take seriously. And then there are the truly abominable cutscenes in between the chapters. They really have to be seen to be believed. They're stunningly awful. Flash video era eyesores. Like, I know the dev team was tiny on this game, but there's no real excuse for content this badly done in 2022. I suppose it's a testament to the quality of the story that it's able to overcome the mediocre artwork and still grip the player. You'll be looking forward to each session you have with the Case of the Golden Idol and its addictive charms. This game has an elegance, and the way the scenes are all connected and threaded together will keep you enthralled and constantly clicking the next section after the end of the current one. This is a game that challenges you to understand the puzzles rather than just simply solve them, and in doing so it reels you in a way no other detective game has managed since Obra Dinn. If you can get over the horrific artwork, and I really do urge you to try your best to do that, you'll find here one of the best detective games made for decades.